This Sunday is all about the Super Bowl game between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. But for many of us, it's more than a football game. It's a chance to see some amazing ads like this one. That Budweiser commercial is one of many airing during the game. So what does it take to make a game day ad successful? And what happens if it fails? Mira Kopik, marketing lecturer at SDSU's College of Business Administration, has some ideas about that. Mira, welcome back.
Thanks, Peggy.
Now, this adorable puppy ad, it pulls at our heartstrings. Clearly, it's a theme that's working for Budweiser. We don't even see a beer in the commercial, and it's still working. Why do you think that is?
I think they really pull at nostalgia, and they want to let people know that they can trust the brand. And they've done this now for at least 5 or 6 years, and they started just with the Clydesdale, and last year they added the puppy, and they're continuing with the puppy this year.
Because it worked, clearly.
It worked great.
Now, the puppy factor did not work for another advertiser. GoDaddy pulled its ad today after a public backlash about a puppy that goes through a harrowing event. I'll let you tell it. But in the end, it was sort of a spoof of Budweiser, and it didn't work. So what happens when a company fails at their Super Bowl ad?
Well, it's an expensive lesson. And here, at least, the GoDaddy was smart enough to show it in advance, and they got social media backlash, and so they were able to pull it. Whereas Groupon a couple of years ago ran a series of ads during the Super Bowl that were very poorly received, and that really took a hit on the Groupon brand, and it slowed down some people using it.
This is the first time ever, in addition, that the NFL is offering an app to spectators in the stand while they're at the game, so they can watch the commercials while they're at the Super Bowl. How do you think that's going to go over with these fans that have paid a lot of money for these seats?
Well, there's a lot of downtime during the games, and so during those TV timeouts, they'd love to see what's on TV, and actually this is one of the few times of the year that people really want to see the ads, so I think they're actually going to look forward to it. So those 60, 70,000 people in Glendale are going to enjoy it just like the 110 million people that are watching at home.
That's right. And there's also, I believe, with that app, you can see replays on it, too. So it's expanded. I think you can also go to the concession stands and see where the lines are and things like that. But the pressure really is on the advertisers for this. Is there a formula that makes a particular ad stand out during the Super Bowl game, especially when the cost is so high?
You know, it's really funny. That's $4.5 million of media placement costs for a 30-second ad. And then the advertisers are going to spend anywhere from $250,000 to millions of dollars to produce the ad, depending if there's a celebrity endorser in there or not. What's important for that advertiser is the Super Bowl is here to entertain. So a lot of humor, a lot of heartfelt moments, and then sometimes for brands that really need to be introduced, it's a time to actually kind of put your best foot forward.
Well, aside from the game, of course, there's the game, and then there's the ads. There's also food. That's a big part of Super Bowl Sunday. Here's a Skittles ad that's actually capitalizing on that theme in a couple of ways. So how important is it to have a celebrity endorsement versus the placement of an ad, where it lines up in the game? What's better for a commercial?
It really depends on the brand. If it's a really strong brand, you don't need a celebrity endorsement. But if you're kind of introducing it for the first time and there's a good link, like Marshawn Lynch, who's a big Skittles fan, it adds drama and excitement to the game, and it makes it more relevant at that moment. And that's kind of the confluence of factors that brands really want to have during a game.
Another first this year is actually serious. A public service announcement sponsored by the NFL is going to run during the game. Tell us about what that public service announcement is.
You know, the NFL has taken a lot of hits this season, and not to mention the most recent one with Deflategate. But domestic abuse has been a major issue for the NFL, and while they're not specifically producing the ad, they're supporting and sponsoring the ad, the public service announcements that's being done. And it's a way for the NFL to show that it's serious about this issue, not only as a role model for the community, but also to ensure that its players understand its policies.
Well, I can't wait to see them all, and folks at home can watch them at kpbs.org. At least a couple of them we're going to highlight and have out on our website. Mira Kopik, thanks so much for this insight.
Thanks, Peggy.